Welcome everyone to the UndercoverBrony Reviews. The episode reviewed today will be The Last Laugh, written by Michael P. Fox and Will Fox. Come with me and you'll be in a world of ultra violations.
He sent me that meme today, and I thought it was funny. It's less funny here, though, so,
Well,
that's how it
sorry to
goes.
disappoint. So yeah, now we're in a new we're with a new recording setup. We found out that Skype actually could do recordings now. So I
Yeah,
was like,
Skype
hey,
has
that'll make it
improved a
easier.
lot. Skype has improved a lot since I last used it in
What was it, 2014, I think?
2014, yeah.
Yeah. It's less labor intensive on our systems. We're able to actually talk to each other
Yeah.
instead of, the bullshit of, oh, could you hear me? Can you hear me? No, we're not dealing with that anymore.
Yeah, this thing, Skype seemed, which is funny because it's the reason, well, obviously back then there wasn't a recording software on Skype, at least not this kind. But back in the day, Skype used to have like the worst connections.
Oh yeah.
So for a long time, that's why that's why me and John we used to meet on Facebook Messenger
Mhm.
and then eventually Google Plus, which both of those were spotty to say the least. But so far, knock on wood, this Skype's been working out great for us. So
Yeah. So
this is probably how we're gonna write out the show. So
mhm. Indeed. So as you can see, I'm on one side, Snakeskin's on the other. So we're going back to old school, back when you could see whatever the other person's doing while
yeah,
the one person's talking.
yeah. Except this time we're not filming separate videos that I then have to send to him, and we will not have to re-record these episodes 3 times like that freaking Breezy's episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That
And
sucked.
but yeah, so the last laugh. Um,
It's a
okay.
story. It's a story about
All about how cheese sandwich life got flipped, turned upside down.
it's a episode that on the surface is a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory homage, like pretty straight laced, but underneath it, it's like this weird cocktail of like existentialism and depression, and
Mhm.
I'm just like, oh, and also kind of an not so much a character examination, but like a genre examination of comedy. And and I remember I watched the episode and I watched it a little bit before we got on right now. And my first literal thought after watching it was, shit, I probably should have watched that twice.
Right.
Because there's probably a lot of stuff I missed. But yeah,
So,
so the
yeah.
episode starts off and in the Hall of Friendship, in the Hall of Friendship, Pinkie Pie's gathered them all together, and they're like, "Yo, what's up?" And then she's like, "Okay, so check in. I've got a golden ticket, or
I've got
a
a
golden,
golden cupcake.
yeah, a golden cupcake, um, which probably isn't eatable. Well, it's eatable, but it's not. It's probably not edible. But she eds it anyway, and she's like, dude, I'm stoked. I haven't seen cheese sandwich in like 5 seasons, and
Bro, it's
it's
been
gonna be.
breaking my heart. I can't deal with it.
And she's just like, yo, it's gonna be sick. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk. We're gonna party. I'm gonna find out what to do with my life. And then they were like, wait, what? And then
What?
very upfront, Pinkie Pie's just like, yeah, with us kind of having to take over the country, I'm kind of feeling like, bro, I don't really know what I want. What I don't even know if I'm satisfied with my position in life right now. It's always been the same status quo for about, how old is she? 4? How old is she now? Almost 2 decades. So I need to talk to Cheese because it sounds like he's found his life's true purpose, and I
Yeah,
need to
because
find my life's
he
true purpose.
he has this factory
A
sort of
gag
thing,
factory.
and I love that. And I love how at the very beginning she's like, I have something to show you. And she pulls out the cupcake and Fluttershy's like, a cupcake? That's what you wanted to show us? That's why you were called us in here so suddenly, you nincompoop? And no, she's like, no. She pushes on it, and all of a sudden out pops a spring with cheese sandwich's head on it. And I'm like, oh, that is so perfect.
Yeah, that was clever. And yeah,
And
so she,
yeah, I also love how she gets to talking about the other main six, and she's like, Twilight, you're about to run a whole kingdom. Fluttershy, you have your sanctuary. Dash, you became a wonderful. Applejack, you have apples. And the fart too, and the fart too.
so Pinkie Pie, Pinkus Pius goes to the factory, and she stopped at the gate, and they're just like, FBI, open up. And she's like, no, dude, I got my. They're like, please present your papers. And she's like,
Paper, please.
yo, I got this shit right here. And they're like, oh, damn, you's a true player, huh? Straight growling that shit, boy.
It's like
Okay,
that
cool, you
one.
real, you real. I see you. So they press a
It's like that
button.
that meme or whatever where it's the two guys going, damn.
And she goes in, and everyone was making Willy Wonka jokes in the fan base before I saw this episode, and I didn't get it. But then I watched it, and like literally as soon as she got to the factory, I'm like, huh. Then she goes into the big wide open area, huh. Then the door opens, and then the red carpet rolls out. I'm like, huh, you know. And then
And
there's it's the carpet rolls up, and then out pops a dude in a cheese sandwich mask.
yeah, and I gotta say, for the remainder of the episode, it felt like a static image of the original Gene Wilder Willy Wonka movie where he comes in and he's just all like walking out very slowly like an old man, where he sticks the cane in and then he does the front roll, which is the end of the episode. It's like, wow, it feels like it's that like 20 seconds for this whole episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So she goes in the fact. Oh, so he takes off the mask, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Like
for
he should
sure
have the
it
eyes
was,
a centimeter to the left or something.
yeah, for 10% giggles or whatever. I
Yeah.
thought in this went away, but in the first 2 minutes of seeing him, I thought for sure it was gonna turn into he was like a sinister underling who like wanted to like usurp cheese sandwich or was doing some manipulation Jafar type of shit. But no, he's a cool guy. He's just kind of like Maud.
Yeah.
It's
And
very
he talked
stone
he
serious.
talked like Flash from Zootopia. Just in the way he pronunciates his words and everything. Just a bit faster.
Yeah, actually that's a pretty good point. So she goes in, and it's an assembly line factory getup, whole bunch of gags going in and out into boxes. The symbolism behind it all is that jumping across a couple plot points, but they explain it here. Basically, Cheese Sandwich, after traveling around the world, demand became so high for his quality content that he couldn't keep up with the demand. Well, the dude, what was the dude's name? His name was like Sans
Let,
Smile.
let me look it up real quick. You keep going.
Okay, so I know Sans is a name. So Sans Undertale is like I knocked on Cheese Sandwich's door one day, and that was supposed to be the Undertale boss song thing. It doesn't really sound like it. Okay, so like, and he's like, bro, I got this sick idea. How about this? How about you open up a factory? We'll take all your ideas, mass produce them, and we could take a demand from the consumers, and we can like push it out. And then he's like, oh, okay, so what you're telling me is you want to take these already established ideas, mass produce them in this one thing, and then come up with a few new ideas. He's like, yeah, all right, what are we going to name this company? Netflix.
Yeah.
So they formed Netflix.
The guy's name is Sans Smirk.
Smirk. Okay. So Sans, Undertale, and Cheese Sandwich, they're like real tight too. You can tell they're like, superly duperly bros or whatever. So eventually, Pinkie Pie goes into Cheese's office, and I didn't recognize him as Weird Al first because he made his voice go all low, and I was just like, shit, is that Troy Baker? And then,
well, I mean, he channeled who did he channel in the original? Where he had like the hat, the sombrero, and the vest or whatever.
Oh, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's already channeled Clint Eastwood. He could do whoever the frick he wants.
So what happens next is he's like, "What's up, Pinky?" And she's like, "Cheese? What happened to you, dog?" And he's like, I lost my smile." Like, what? It's like, yep, I pulled a Shawn Michaels and I lost my smile. It's like, damn, dog. That's rough. Well, you know what? We got to get it back. I'm going to try to make you laugh. So there's this neat little scene where there's she's going into the factory and Sans Smirk is trying to explain to her the science of funny or comedy or whatever. And he's like, science of comedy. He's like, well, there's no one true comedic thing and not one true humor factor or whatever he says. What he said was, we take something from this one, take something from this one, and logically put it to this and this and that. They even had a gag of the whole rule of three thing, like written out as a science equation on a thing. And I'm just like, damn, dog. So next is a montage of her trying to make Cheese laugh. And I need to say something. That montage song was a catchy ass beat. Have they used that before?
I don't think so. And I was like,
that was almost sick jam. I'm like, is this damn? Did I just beat a mission on GTA? What is this?
It almost sounded like they were going to go into a song here, which there is a song later, but it's just a montage song. I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty good. And I love how Pinky this whole time is just like, hey, let's think about this from a different perspective. Let's say instead of like, what was it? Like the spitting flower. Instead of it spitting onto the other person, it spits onto you or something.
And then there's another one where it's like, oh, we have a whoopee cushion, but instead of the sound coming from the cushion, it comes from another person. What they call it, the ventriloquist whoopee cushion.
Yeah. The ventriloquist.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So
Jeff Dunham was like that.
So they're trying to make him laugh. It ain't working. And she's like, dang it, we tried everything. We tried gags, we tried physical comedy, we had surreal, I think she actually said the word surreal character examinations.
We literally went to Monty Python of the Holy Grail and nothing. What the hell? And I love the scene preceding this where they're trying to get Cheese to smile, and he just gets like this really weird crooked smile, and he's just like, am I doing it right?
Am I smiling? I feel like I'm smiling, and it's just like, oof, dog, oof.
Yeah. And then he gets the flabby cheeks and whatnot.
Oh god, yeah. So what happened next is everyone's ready to give up. Like literally the the workers are like, what, clocking out for the day. Cheese is just resigning himself to lock himself away in his in his office. And Sans walks Pinky to the door. He's like, you can work here if you want. And she's like, nah, dude, I don't even remember that. Trying to find my purpose in life subplot. And then he's like, yeah, it's a real shame. He used to get so much joy out of making people laugh face to face. She's like, yeah. He's like, wait a minute, what'd you say? And he's like, and then she gets the idea. That's it. I don't gotta make Cheese laugh. Cheese gotta make somebody else laugh. Bazinga. So she tries to get Cheese to make someone laugh. And it doesn't work on Sans because he does not emote, I think. And he
like,
doesn't want to.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have a particular trouble to laugh. I think I have a giggle reflex as tuned as yours or something like that.
And then Pinky's like, well, try it on me, I'll laugh. And Cheese is just like, you laugh at everything. And then he accidentally, I forget what words they were, but he accidentally like
he mixed two words up.
Yeah, and then this one dude had this like started giggling from it.
Yeah, he's like,
and then that one thing prompts him to do like a song.
mm-hmm.
And the song, first off, the song was pretty good, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It went through a lot of different like genres and stuff, but I thought it was legitimately funny that such a small thing, because he literally starts off like, so the syllables and I'm like, what? We're singing right now? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I like the song. I thought it was nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, it was one of those songs where it was just like it went from one thing to the next, very much like Weird Al, but it was also grounded in a way. So I enjoyed it.
I feel like he's got to have a hand in writing. He probably had a hand rather in writing the songs that he that he sang on those two episodes. At least you would think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the episode ends with freaking Cheese Sandwich. He's resigned himself to be like, you know what? Sans Factory's yours. I gotta be out there with my people. If I get any new ideas, I'll FedEx them to you. And he's like, okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Pinky's back with her friends, and then they're like, wow, that's a crazy story, Pinky. But what about your life's purpose? And she's like, well, me and Cheese are basically the same, and we both like to make people laugh in real time. And you know what? My life's already good the way it is. So this was basically Wreck-It Ralph. Yep, My Little Pony. So, I thought like the last 20 seconds were weak just because, freaking, my life's purpose is fine right where it is. I'm just like, okay. It felt like it didn't even need it felt like that subplot didn't even need to be there, but it's a nitpick. It's really a nitpick.
Yeah.
Overall, I liked it. I give this episode like an 8 now. It's like a 7.75,
Right.
It was above average, I think, but
yeah.
I reached the highs as their last.
I give this a 7, and that's mainly my own fault because I was expecting this to be similar in quality to the first Cheese Sandwich episode, and it didn't quite get there. But at the same time, still, for what it is, it's still a pretty good episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, overall. Next episode is...
Yeah, that's the one where Rainbow Dash finds out she can't coach the buckball team.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, to say the least. I was reading some spoiler-free synopsises of it, and it sounds like a hoot and a holler. That's what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I know you're going to be laughing your ass off at Rainbow Dash Pete. It's like, oh, what the hell? Why can't I?
I have no idea what you're talking about, fam.
So, yeah, that's it from me, John.
And me, Snakeskin.
And we will talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
Adios.